Fort Morgan has silently observed the haunting passage of time for centuries. Built in the early 19th century, the fort has been a silent witness to the spectral shaping of a young nation. Within its weathered walls, ghostly tales of bravery, ingenuity, and determination echo through the ages. As the nation teetered on the edge of a dark abyss, the fort's eerie strategic location made it a haunted prize. In the early days of the war, Fort Morgan remained in Union hands, shrouded in an ominous calm. Confederate forces began to stir, like specters in the night, aiming to capture the fort. The stage was set for a ghostly clash that would seal the fate of Fort Morgan. The Union garrison, outnumbered and outgunned, braced themselves for a spectral defense to the last man. The tale is shrouded in eerie engineering feats and ghostly architectural designs. Construction began in 1819, a daunting task. The fort's massive walls, built of brick and stone, eerily rose from the sandy soil. Despite challenges, the work continued, driven by the fort's ominous importance. The eerie architecture of Fort Morgan whispers tales of both beauty and grim military defense. The fort's five-pointed star-shaped layout looms ominously, designed to fend off spectral invaders. Within the shadowy walls, a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers once housed the garrison and their ghostly echoes. The fort's gun emplacements stand as silent sentinels, designed to unleash a haunting barrage. Cannons of various calibers, now rusted and silent, once rained down terror on enemy ships and troops. Fort Morgan bristled with an eerie array of weaponry, echoing the sinister evolution of warfare. From ominous smoothbore cannons to menacing rifled artillery, the fort's armament grew more fearsome over time, unleashing projectiles with haunting accuracy and range. This arsenal posed a terrifying threat to any Union force daring to enter Mobile Bay. The armament of Fort Morgan stands today as a ghostly testament to the horrors of 19th century warfare. The Confederacy, like restless spirits, fortified its defenses, reinforcing walls and bolstering the garrison with ghostly determination. Life inside Fort Morgan settled into a spectral routine, punctuated by ghostly drills and eerie maintenance. News of distant battles haunted the minds of the Confederate defenders, fueling both spectral anxiety and ghostly determination. The soldiers carried on, bound by a ghostly duty and spectral camaraderie. The eerie silence of Fort Morgan's early war years was shattered in the haunted summer of 1864. A ghostly Union fleet was amassing off the coast, like specters aiming to capture Mobile Bay. Under the spectral command of Colonel Franklin Gardner, the Confederate garrison made frantic, haunted preparations. Cannons were checked, ammunition brought up, and every man assigned his ghostly station. The deep, ominous rumble of distant naval gunfire sent spectral tremors through the air. The stage was set for a ghostly clash that would determine the haunted fate of Mobile Bay. On the eerie morning of August 5th, 1864, the Union fleet, under the spectral command of Admiral David Farragut, crept into position. The Battle of Mobile Bay erupted with a haunting roar as the Union fleet unleashed its ghostly fire. The fort's cannons answered back, sending a chilling storm of shot and shell towards the phantom ships. The Union ironclads pressed their spectral attack, their heavy guns pounding the fort's ancient walls. The Confederate defenders fought back with ghostly courage, but the Union's relentless firepower began to take its toll. The battle raged on through the day, a desperate and spectral struggle for control of the haunted bay, the haunting siege and surrender of Fort Morgan. As the sun set over Mobile Bay, the battle's outcome loomed. Confederate defenders fought with haunting determination, but Union forces bombarded the fort relentlessly. On August 23, 1864, Colonel Gardner surrendered. The Union flag rose over Fort Morgan, ending Confederate control of Mobile Bay. The guns fell silent, the echoes of battle fading into the eerie salt air. The once imposing fortress, now scarred and battered, stood as a haunted reminder of the fierce struggle. With the Confederacy defeated, Fort Morgan entered a period of ghostly transition. The fort was occupied by Union forces, a visible symbol of the North's victory. The garrison dwindled to a skeleton crew, tasked with maintaining the fort. The echoes of marching boots were replaced by the cries of gulls and the ghostly lapping of waves. As the years passed, Fort Morgan's military significance waned. The fort, once vital, was relegated to a spectral outpost. Yet, within its weathered walls, the stories lingered, a testament to the human cost of conflict. The post-war years were a time of neglect for Fort Morgan. The elements took their toll, eroding the fort's walls. Yet, even in its run-down state, Fort Morgan retained an air of somber grandeur, a testament to its enduring place in American history. As the 20th century dawned, Fort Morgan awoke from its eerie slumber, its silence broken. Modernization transformed Fort Morgan into a coastal artillery post, its guns standing like silent sentinels. During the World Wars, the fort echoed with drills, its ghostly presence guarding the haunted coastline. Today, the National Park Service preserves Fort Morgan's haunted legacy for future generations. Restoration and renewal at Fort Morgan. In the 20th century, a spectral focus emerged on preserving America's haunted relics, and Fort Morgan was no exception. The National Park Service led a ghostly mission of restoration, breathing eerie life into the ancient fortress. Craftsmen meticulously repaired crumbling walls and restored weathered structures, reviving Fort Morgan's haunted visage. Today, Fort Morgan stands as a well-preserved site, a ghostly testament to the dedication of those safeguarding America's haunted heritage. Fort Morgan stands at the mouth of Mobile Bay, a haunting presence inviting visitors to uncover its ghostly past. No longer a fortress, it now beckons those daring enough to connect with the phantoms etched into its stones. Walking through its archways, time stands still and shadows whisper. Fort Morgan is more than a relic. It reminds us to preserve history and honor those who came before. Its legacy endures, guarding against the oblivion of forgotten memories, a bastion of history, a legacy for the future. As we conclude our journey through Fort Morgan, we are left with a sense of awe for this haunted relic of American history. Fort Morgan stands as a testament to human resilience and sacrifice, its ghostly whispers echoing through time. Its legacy lives on in those who visit, walking in the footsteps of soldiers and feeling the weight of history. Fort Morgan reminds us that history is a living tapestry, woven from the lives and sacrifices of those before us. Your haunted journey awaits. Explore Fort Morgan, if you dare. It is more than a historical site. It's a portal to the past, where echoes of history and restless spirits linger in the shadows. Stand on its ramparts, explore shadowy corridors, and feel the presence of those who came before. Imagine the chaos and courage of the Battle of Mobile Bay, as if the spirits themselves relived the past. Pack your bags, grab your camera, and embark on your own haunted journey. Come back for more chills, haunts, murder, and mystery. Share this video with family and friends. Please like and subscribe.